Ronell Nolan, President, CEO, Health Agents for America, coming to you live this Monday. HAFA is on fire. I can't tell you how proud I was to be at the ACA Summit and Medicarian Conference to watch about 30 HAFA members, some brand new, working the HAFA booth, talking to agents about joining HAFA, signing them up right now. The numbers are just staggering of what just happened in Las Vegas. A big thank you to everyone that helped and all those that were on panels and roundtables. HAFA was first and foremost in the front of everything. What we also did in Las Vegas at the ACA Summit was put the bad guys on notice. We're coming for you. You can't hide. If you're a bad actor, we're going to find you. HAFA has officially released our fraud reporting tool that's on our website. It's on the front page, the right corner. You can click on the button. It's going to tell you exactly who to report fraud to. We must report fraud. It's so important. HAFA is making this available to anyone. You don't have to be a HAFA member because fraud is that important to us, and making sure that we stop the fraud. Some things that I've learned, and I might have shared this, and if I did, my apologies, but we need to report the fraudulent agents in the state that they committed the fraud. I personally, I have a small book of business. I had a consumer that was changed without their consent twice since January by 2 different rogue agents out of Florida. So by taking the advice of the fraud department in Florida, I filed a complaint in Louisiana. I have a meeting with the Department of Fraud in Louisiana this week, Wednesday. Very excited to bring them all the information that they need to pull the non-residence license from Louisiana, then giving the information to Florida to be able to pull the residence license. Now, the more that we do this, the more that we're going to show the rogue agents that, this is not going to work. We're not going to allow it. We're coming for you. Now, I sat on a panel in between Scott Kipper, the Commissioner of Insurance for Nevada, and Dean Mose from CMS. And we had some very great, candid discussions about state exchanges and federal exchanges and fraud and abuse and navigators. If you were not there, you missed it. I had the time of my life being in between those 2 leaders, rock stars. It was amazing. But HAFA is definitely stating we're not going to take it anymore. Our clients are not going to take it anymore. Remember that you need to get, you should have your consent in your attestation. That's a no-brainer. CMS has told us we need to have that. But I'm also going to ask that you get some type of other, maybe a recording or a letter from them stating what happened. What I'm going to do to prepare for Wednesday is call my client and record, just like CMS does when you call the marketplace. Give me your name, your date of birth, the last 4 of your social, your address, and then let them confirm exactly what happened. And that way they have it, their voice, and you're able to bring that to the Department of Insurance. We are going to be hitting some of the main places where these frauds are happening: Texas, Oklahoma, not so much in Louisiana, but some of the other states where it's happening. It's happening in Florida. The bad agents are stealing from good agents in Florida. All the agents in Florida are not bad. We have amazing agents in Florida. But the more we learn about the fraud, the more rabbit holes that we go down, the more that I learn. Know that things are being reported to the national media, to CMS. We are sharing the information as we get it. Our whistleblowers are giving us information, screenshots, training manuals on how to commit fraud. So when I tell you that HAFA is not going to take this sitting down, I'm not kidding. This is in the forefront of what we believe is important. Consumers are being hurt. And as I said in Vegas, it's not about the $10 or $20 that we get in commissions, because our commissions are minimal. It is the fact that consumers cannot go to the doctor, cannot get their medicine, are being put in the wrong plans, who have cancer and can't get treatment, who are on the transplant list and get messed up because their plan was changed. They're killing people, and that's not an overstatement. They are. Bad agents are killing people. They're working for call centers. The call centers are buying leads. The leads are bad leads. The leads are normally for folks that are in that 0 to 150 FPL. They are going after the people that they do not believe has anyone that represents them, and they're wrong. They have us. So very exciting. I can't tell you how wonderful if you were not in Vegas, but if you were in Vegas, ACA Summit, Medicarians will be something that's on our agenda for many, many years to come. Remember that we'll be in Denver in 2 weeks at the Benefits Pro Conference. Come by the HAFA booth. We'll be talking about fraud and abuse. We normally are not invited to speak at Benefits Pro, and that's not a problem. We have been a partner with them, but we will be in attendance, and we ask that you come by and visit the HAFA booth. We will be there. And then make sure that you sign up for the HAFA Agent Summit. It will be here before you know it. We are so very excited about everything that we're going to do, the speakers about ACA and group and fraud and Medicare. We're bringing it all. We're bringing it all to you, and you need to make sure that you do not miss it. And then lastly, I went to the doctor this morning, and the doctor said my blood pressure was good, which was amazing, because my blood pressure should be out at the roof for all the things that are happening in and around us. But if you're from Louisiana, I'm going to send you an email very soon and ask you to reach out to the House Insurance Committee about opposing HB 509. I spoke to the Arthur, which is Representative Chad Brown, who's a good friend of HAFA, a HAFA hero, and he asked that I speak to the lobbyist. And I spoke to the lobbyists and the supporters of that bill this morning. And I'm going to say that I needed an extra blood pressure pill, because basically what the supporters said is they want to stop folks that have insurance from using manufacturer coupons. And I have helped folks. I know you guys have helped folks. If their deductibles are high or their copays are high, it allows, manufacturing plans allow them to go and get their drugs at a small copay or whatever. What the supporters of HB 509 said was that people lie and say they do not have insurance, circumventing the system so they can get the coupons, which is absolutely incorrect. The manufacturing companies ask, hey, do you have insurance? I'm not sure where they got that information. And when I questioned them, they said, well, that's not what the bill says. And if you can point to where it says that in the bill, I'd appreciate it. And I was like, you just said it out of your mouth. It was your talking points. So that is something that we're going to ask you to oppose. I know that Blue Cross opposes it. I'm not sure about the other agent associations. I am reaching out to them currently, asking them to get involved. But this is something that, while the bill looks really small and doesn't look like it does much, it does much. And I would like to thank Representative Brown for encouraging me to meet with the folks that support the bill so I could hear from their mouths exactly what they were trying to do. And they feel like if consumers have access to insurance, they should not have access to manufacturing coupons or any programs that help consumers in Louisiana. So I'm sure this is something that happens in every state. Let me know if you hear of any bills. We've got some amazing legislative chairs. We have 4 this year for across the United States. Hopefully you know who they are. If you don't, reach out. But let them know if you see something. One thing that Dean Mose from CMS said over and over again, and it applies to everything we do. If you see something, say something. And I need to adopt that sentence because I've said it to you guys forever, but I'm going to adopt that sentence. If you see something, say something. If you don't say something, I can't do anything about it. I need to know when you see fraud and abuse. I need to know when you see the bad guys. I need to know everything that you need help with, that you see a bill needs to be killed or supported. Shout out to our New York agents sitting next to Scott Kipper talking about state exchanges and the fact that you have to be careful with state exchanges because my folks in New York do not get paid and they shouldn't be asked to work for free. So shout out to you guys. I am still fighting for you and do not believe that what's happening in New York is fair, and I will not stop saying it out loud. But I am proud and honored to represent the HAFA freedom fighters, the Ninja Warriors. Boy, are y'all Ninja Warriors. And welcome to our members, new members. We are so happy to have you, and I look forward to working with you in the future. But Louisiana, get ready for an email. Everybody else, love you much. Have a great day.